Matt was diagnosed with MND in February 2022. So the September the previous year, 2021, Matt stepped off the back of the car at Bunnings and lost his balance and fractured his back. We just thought that was it and it was going to get better. But from there, he started to lose balance and a few things happened. And so then we went to a back specialist in December 2021 and he took one look at Matt and said, it's not your back. So that afternoon, he had us in hospital with a neurologist and 8 days of lumbar punctures and nerve biopsies and all different sorts of tests. And they sent us away and just said, have a good Christmas and come back next year and we'll let you know what's going on. So we had no idea until Matt went in February and it was the last lockdown. I dropped him off and they wouldn't let me in. He went in and they told him the Wednesday morning and I was at work and he sat with it all day on his own until I rang him in the afternoon and he said, I've got MND. And he processed it all day, which was like the saddest moment in my life to think that he sat there without me. That was probably my biggest upset, is that they didn't call me and say, come sit with him. What hasn't it impacted? Everything. Mm-hmm. Matt's gone from working 12 to 16 hours a day, flying around the country, being a dad to the girls. He can no longer drive, he can't work, he can't feed himself, he can't shower himself. He can't communicate unless through the eye gaze. He's lost that ability to pick up my hand or cuddle the girls or any of that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's taken everything, pretty much everything. Apart from his strong will and his big heart and sense of humour, but everything else. And thank God it hasn't taken his brain. That's one thing that people do get confused and they think just because his body's like this that his brain's gone, but it's not. He's, processes everything normal, understands everything. So that's where the eye gaze is really good because he can show people that there's nothing wrong with his brain. It's a horrible, horrible disease. And it's happened so fast. So fast. We're not even 2 years in yet since Matt's diagnosis, but we're 2 years since the symptoms first started, but it's happened way too fast for us. He always manages to see the bright side of it, and anyone that's come to the house just says that Matt's an inspiration for that. So I guess that's what keeps us girls going, is the way he is.
We first heard about Better Rehab from our support coordinator at MND Queensland, Jason, as one of the options for physiotherapy. From there we expanded on my team as my condition progressed, bringing on board an exercise physio, and more importantly we took on a speech therapist. Carmen was not our first speech therapist, but has been such a breath of fresh air. Her very bubbly personality and knowledge of the way my speech was going to deteriorate was crucial to planning ahead for the technology required to maintain my independence and the essential need to communicate.
I've been working with Matt for the last 3 to 4 months, so not very long, but I was referred to him because he had been prescribed this amazing eye gaze communication device, but I think they were at a bit of a loss with how to implement it and how to use it. He knew how to use it to some degree, but it wasn't working as efficiently and as effectively as he and Yvonne would have wanted. It was really exciting being able to work with him because he and Yvonne just understood how well this device was going to help them, and so they were willing to give anything a go, give everything a try. There was no for an answer. It was great because then we could figure out, well, what was going to work best for them, for what they needed and how he wanted to communicate. Yeah, we were able to work together to maximize his communication efficiency, give him more options when he wanted to communicate and how he wanted to communicate. I also was able to support him with his swallow as well. So when I first started seeing him, he was still eating pretty much 3 meals a day, but over the last 3 to 4 months, his swallow function has declined quite quickly, and so he's relying on his peg feeds a bit more often than eating orally. That being said, it's been great that I've been able to support them so that Matt can still eat and drink what he likes for his quality of life while still maintaining his safety so that he can eat and drink without worrying and the anxiety of coughing, choking, developing chest infections, any hospital admissions, anything like that. So I feel like I've kind of been through a lot with him, even in a short period of time.
I have had a number of goals, with the basics being communication, as you might imagine. However, just as important is maintaining a safe and effective approach to eating. It is really well known that many MND sufferers have been challenged by the simplest of tasks as eating and drinking. Carmen ensured that I had not only the strategies and techniques, but also did have the specialized equipment as well, to keep maintaining my ability to communicate with my family and friends. That is the most crucial for me, to feel like I am still a big part of the group. It was such a special day for me to reaffirm my love and commitment to Yvonne, and to celebrate our love with all the friends and family that have been beside us for the whole journey. It has been always something we planned to do at our 25th anniversary, but M&D just brought forward our plans.
It was probably better because it was spare at the moment and there wasn't a lot of planning, so I think it might have been better. It was more meaningful, wasn't it? Yeah, it's been a huge win.
I couldn't have been happier to have spent the last 3 decades with you. As time goes by, there will always be a part of my heart that will forever belong to you. I am so proud to call you my wife. But above all, I want you to remember, we're always mates. I love you, with everything I am, and I always will, my sweet.